All right, thanks, guys. Golden State takes on Washington. That's going to be an 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off in the nation's capital. Now, Golden State opened the betting as the 9-point favorite, and the total at 234 and a hook. And since those markets opened this one up, we're actually seeing steady and significant money on Golden State. They're now minus 10. We're also seeing money towards the over in this matchup as well. That moved up to 235. So once again, the Warriors open minus 9 up to minus 10. Total open 234 and a hook up to 235. 71% are leaning toward Golden State and 72% is shaded toward the over. At the moment, Washington's plus 405 for some money line cash. Now, if you like Washington as the home dog in this matchup, you're really not in a bad spot here, believe it or not. They did successfully cover the number in 6 out of their last 7 on their home court. They also rank 6th in the association in offensive scoring at home. Meanwhile, on the Golden State side, well, they're covering just 46% of their games when laying the points. And when it comes to the scoring, Golden State is 80% to the over in their games that tipped off at the current posted total. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean toward the home dog in this one. Give me Washington plus 10 and the over 235 in that one. And before we go ahead and move on, I just want to take a quick timeout and just welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Thursday's NBA action. The weekend is almost here. But before we go ahead and dive into some more of that, I just want to quickly remind you to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. And with a documented win percentage of 60% for the entire year of 2017, you're simply costing yourself valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed to that channel. Now, memberships begin at just $1.99 per month. That will give you access to my daily best play. That is 1 pick per day. And there's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to just hit that pause button right now. Open up your browser and just type in patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take you a couple of seconds. Link is in the description section below. And if you are a current patron of mine and you are currently watching me right now, I simply cannot thank you enough. You most certainly make it all worth it. And with all that said and done, let's go ahead and hop right back into some more lines and personal leans for Thursday's NBA action. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got Pelicans at the Thunder, 8 o'clock tip-off in OKC. Thunder open minus 11.5, total at 237. And not a whole lot of movement on this one. We're getting good two-way action. We've seen it go half a point here or there. But OKC remains minus 11.5. Total moved upward slightly to 237 and a hook. So once again, Oklahoma City opened 11.5. They remain minus 11.5. Total opened 237 up to 237 and a hook. And at the moment, the Pelicans are plus 600 for some money line cash. Now, New Orleans has Moore, Anthony Davis, and Mirotic all out for tonight's matchup. Meanwhile, on the OKC side, they rank 6th in scoring in the association. They also rank 3rd in offensive rebounding. And when it comes to scoring, New Orleans is 4-2 to the under in their last 6. So with all that said and done, this one kind of is a no-brainer for me. I'm going to purchase the half a point, slide it down, and take OKC minus 11 in the under 237.5 in that one. All right, next game, Blazers, Suns, 9 o'clock tip-off in Phoenix. Portland opened the betting as the 7.5-point favorite with a total at 218 and a hook. And since those markets opened this one up, we're seeing two-way action in this one as well. No movement. We're still at that original opening line. So once again, Portland minus 7.5, total 218 and a hook. And at the moment, Phoenix is plus 270 for some money line cash. Now, this sounds crazy. You're going to think I'm nuts. A lot of you already think I am nuts, but Portland's in a pretty bad spot right here on the road. And Damian Lillard's out for tonight. He will not be playing. Even with him in, Portland ranks 20th in defensive field goal percentage. Now, Phoenix, they successfully covered the number in 5 out of their last 8. And when it comes to scoring, both teams are 60% to the over in their last 5 respectively. So with all that said and done, I got to do it. I don't know why. Give me Phoenix plus 8 after buying the half a point in the over 218.5 in that one. All right, next and final game for the show. It is going to be Minnesota at Los Angeles. That would be the Lakers, 10:30 Eastern tip-off at the Staples Center. The T-Wolves open the betting -1.5. Total open 229. Since those markets opened this one up, no movement on the spread, although we did see half a point downward on the total. So once again, Minnesota open 1.5. They remain -1.5. Total open 229 down to 228 and a hook. 53% are leaning Minnesota, 63% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, the Lakers are +105 for some money line cash. Now, if you like the Lakers in this one, you got to be real hopeful because they are without Rondo, LeBron, and Lonzo Ball tonight. That's been the case for past couple of days. And in the Rondo and LeBron's case, the past couple of weeks. But anyway, Minnesota 6-3 straight up in their last 9. Their offense is averaging 110 points per contest away from home. And when it comes to scoring, both teams are 75% to the over in their last 4, respectively. So with all that said and done, I'm going to purchase the half a point, buy it down, and take Minnesota -1 in the over, 228.5 in that one. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some college basketball. Got some lines and personal leans for college today as well. And we're going to begin with Michigan State at Iowa. That's going to be a 7 o'clock tip-off in Iowa. Sparty open -5.5. Total open 156 and a hook. And since those markets opened this one up, we're actually seeing a steady and consistent fade of Michigan State in the early going here. They're now -4.5. Total remained at 156 and a hook. So once again, Michigan State open 5.5 down to 4.5. Totals 156 and a hook. 54% are leaning Michigan State, 60% shaded toward the under. And at the moment, the Hawkeyes are +180 for some money line cash. Now, if you like Iowa in an upset at home here, they have covered 5 out of their last 8 when catching the points. They're also 71% against the spread, taking on teams allowing less than 67 points per contest. This Iowa offense is scoring 85 points per contest at home. Now, when it comes to the scoring, Michigan State is 6-1 to the Michigan State is 6-1 to the under in their last 7. So 6 out of their last 7 did stay under the total. So with all that said and done, I'm going to purchase the half a point, buy it up, take the Iowa Hawkeyes +5 in the under 156 in that one. Next game, Miami, Syracuse, 8 o'clock tip-off in New York State. Syracuse opened the betting as the 8.5-point favorite, and the total at 138.5. And since those markets opened this one up, we're seeing movement downward on the total. We're also seeing movement. We're seeing a slight fade of Syracuse when it comes to the spread. The orange are -8, the total moving downward to 137 and a hook. So once again, Syracuse open 8.5 down to -8, total open 138.5 down to 137 and a hook. 64% are leaning Syracuse, and at the moment, Miami Hurricanes are +310 for some money line cash. Now, if you like Syracuse in this matchup here, I really can't blame you. I think you're in a pretty good spot. They're allowing just 58 points per contest at home. That ranks 12th in the NCAA. Syracuse is also 6-1 straight up in their last 7, 6-1 against the spread in that same category, and they also successfully covered the number in 4 out of their last 5 at home. Now, when it comes to scoring, Miami is 6-1 to the over in their last 7 away from home. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean toward the home dog. Little chalky here. Give me Syracuse -8 and the over 137.5 in that one. All right, next and final game. I'm sorry, I got to slide into the NC State game. Excuse me. Next game, NC State at Louisville, 8 o'clock tip-off at Louisville. I hate saying it like that. I know that's the right way to say it, Louisville. It just doesn't sound right. It sounds like a dog with like peanut butter on the roof of his mouth. But anyway, Louisville opened the betting -5.5. Total opened 155 and a hook. We're getting steady two-way action on this game. So right now we are at those original opening lines. So Louisville is still -5.5. Total still 155 and a hook. 57% are leaning Louisville. 73% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, the Wolfpack are +200 for some money line cash. Now, if you like the Cardinals of Louisville, they are pretty good in their past couple of games. And as a matter of fact, they're 4-1 straight up in their last 5, 10-1 straight up in their last 11 on their home court. Now, NC State on their side of things, well, they failed to cover in 3 out of their last 4. Markel Johnson is actually questionable for tonight's matchup as well. And when it comes to scoring, NC State is 4-2 to the under in their last 6. So with all that said and done, I'm going to purchase the half a point, buy it down, and take Louisville -5 and the under 155.5 in that one. All right, next and final game for the show. We're going to the West Coast. It is going to be Arizona State at UCLA, 11 o'clock Eastern tip-off in California. The Bruins